These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
The storm as best as possible, and Peanut here towards the top side, seeing what he can get done. The hop is good, and Doran will have the Mega Gnar available, gets the wallop down as well as Keen. He might be able to flash it, but he does not go for it, as there is first blood going over to Peanut. Two of these down. It looks like Peanut might be able to sneak one away though. Definitely good news into this Nidalee.
Oh, 6.
Yeah, level 6 going to be gained here by Peanut, and Canyon realizing that he just has to get out of there. Spear not going to connect either, as Chovy could be solo killed, but the Buster Shot is going to keep him alive. Keen moving on in, does have Fury of the Sands, but it looks to me like it's going to be 3 grubs going over to Hanwha Life Esports, and they are really controlling this early game.
And I want to highlight, and this might be one of those, as Peanut still has his ult, still has flash.
Yep, Rocket's coming out. Zeka does not have a whole lot of mana, but he doesn't need it to auto attack. Still just going to flash on over. Gatling gun at the ready, and that is a second kill for Hanwha Life, almost ever. And so right now, the jungle does kind of belong to him. You can see decent lead being built for Doran towards the top side of the map as well, as you can see, almost towards his Trinity Force. Keen still a decent ways away from that. First Drake will go over to Gen.G.
Actual later stages in the game, which is where Gen.G has generally done well, is Doran.
Yeah, Wither is already down on top of him. Fury of the Sand, so the Keen to tank up this turret, and he's going to grab some stacks for his trouble as well.
Chovy right now is, we'll see, Peanut.
Oh, there's the Glacial Prison. The buffer is gorgeous. The flash is going to come out. They get everything out of Chovy, but he does survive. Experience and farm underneath the turret. Very nicely done. Canyon gonna even out the grubs, and Gen.G kind of coming alive in the last minute or so.
This is exactly what we talked about at the beginning of the game. It'll be gone, isn't it?
Yep, he can give the Primal Surge over to Chovy. And
one more wave. Oh, do they need one more wave?
Well, I think if they are going to stick around and try and take it, no, they're not going to even need to worry about too many turret shots. As yeah, Doran and Delight, they will be able to get here, but it is not enough to actually save this outer turret. So that's first turret blood. Now Extendo Beam going to be avoided here by Pays. Should be able to hold on to this mid wave. As you can see, the charge is still going to come through, and the turret will be taken out. So the Rift Herald is traded for first turret blood.
I don't really think there's anything that we can do about that. That means that he's going to get a lot of gold into the pockets as a...
That's a Hex Tech, Sol. That's that's the other tech. Drop his Cull. Certainly good news, but he's going even with a Nasus, and that often feels bad if you're not the Nasus. As now Lehens could be in trouble. Speaking of feeling bad, he is going to be taken out here. Permafrost a little bit too powerful, and Viper has delivered his first kill of the game. Chovy right now, as Doran could be in trouble. Spear is going to go wide, but look at the Q damage. It is ridiculous, and Doran does hit the Mega Gnar, but Canyon's still going to be able to pounce on top of him. Viper trying to fight this one out as the Fury of the Sands has already come through, but Keen is a monster, and he isn't going to be going down anytime soon. Canyon once again looking for these angles as the inner turret is going to get bonked aggressively by Keen. They're really dangerous.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with the Jackal, as it was shown there by Keen. That's an inner turret, and now for the first time, I think Gen.G actually in the gold lead, and it's just one pick onto Doran, which I can't even really fault him for it. Like,
for it, but probably just going to stick around as Peanut going to get possibly caught out a little bit here. He is very tanky with the Frost Armor and the Aftershock as he looks for the Glacial Prison. Connects it here as they just blow up Lehens. Not going to have their Rel available for this fight. Canyon going to miss another Spear as well, as Chovy's taking the enemy blue buff. Of course he is. And they might just be giving this one up.
Oh, I was just thinking about this. Look at the spikes on Hanwha as well. 2-item spike for Corki, 2-item spike for this area as well.
Yep, Spears is still coming in though. Keen is still very scary. Teleport to come down now for the Gnar as Peanut. He's really low. That is going to be the steal away by Canyon. They're going to try and focus Keen, but I don't know whether that's a good idea, as that's another kill. And now Chovy is flashing forward, finds another reset. There's another one as a double comes in. 280 carries left remaining for Hanwha Life Esports. They've got no one to stand behind, and somehow Gen.G just decide to win.
Into a Dragon, a one-team fight, and a Baron. That's not fair. That's not cool. You can't do that. Not only, funnily enough, it's not only the the healing that you do yourself, right? The lifesteal, but it's also Canyon's heal.
Yep.
That's like a lot of value there. And yeah, now they're sieging with a poke comp and
not their angle to fight right now. And Gen.G, based on this, just get free reign to head towards this mid lane, and they are just going to continue to try and zone them from the area. Canyon chasing Delight out of there. And Gen.G, can they get even more? Is this just going to be an inhibitor turret going down already? The Rebel Brown power play already up to 2.3k as Keen, Fury of the Sands, comes out, and the battle dance has to be employed. Gen.G, they will be able to take down that turret. This was all because they moved on in when they didn't really have the ability to do so. Doran's going to go down as well. The inhibitor's taken out. And without Doran, is this going to be even more sieging for Gen.G? It's only 24 minutes in, guys. We voted for Clear when he played Nasus, right? That time in Challenger, so obviously we're going to do it here. Unfortunately, Morgan didn't win when he played it earlier in the season, as Peanut's going to go down. That is going to be another kill over to Chovy as Viper takes so much damage. My God, Keen stands in the front. He does a ton of damage himself, but then he's got the artillery cannons in the backline as Chovy's dancing forward. He'll find the reset on the jump as now Doran not going to hit Mega in time. The immediate explosion of both the Corki and the Gnar. 2 Yordles for the price of 1 when it comes to that ultimate. And this game is done and dusted. Gen.G our favorites for the final, and they are looking absolutely like that in game 1 of our final match of the season. There goes the Nexus. Gen.G go up 1-0 in the series. Makes me I just really wanted I wanted the Shen. If I'm not allowed to have my Briar, then at least give me the Shens, you know?
What about game 3?
Oh, that's true. Ah.
So he doesn't have a lot of mana, and Peanut is in the area.
Yep, there are a lot of brushes now behind Gen.G, as Pei's going to try and utilize them, now just waddling his way out of here. Headbutt will be able to get rid of Peanut, but this is also just going to be so many minions going missing.
Oh, Pei's?
Oh, Pei's not going to find the satchel, unfortunately. Bowling Ball going to connect onto Peanut, as Lahen's still going to burn down. And Delight comes on in here just to try and protect his tree. Hanwha Life, they grab themselves first blood, and Peanut's out of there for this team. So playing against Hanwha Life Esports when you're on the red side just gets that a little bit harder. Now Canyon going to be taking the first grub. Peanut in position. Arrow going to be soaked by the Alistair that doesn't have Unbreakable Will just yet. There's Delight going in. Finds Lahen's, lights him on fire, but I think that he will be able to get out of there. 1 grub picked up here by Gen.G. And I think they're going to have to be happy with that. Skeen thinking about moving back towards the top side, instead going to go for a little bit of a back beforehand. And I think getting one of those grubs definitely feels pretty good for Gen.G when it was against the flow of play.
Was a pretty heavy investment from them, though, here as well. So Pei's, I think, very rightfully so, plays respectfully. Gen.G, on the flip side, will be able to pick up this dragon, which is, I think, a fine trade, given how the last game played out. They do need to hurry up. Peanut's on his way.
He is just going to lankily move on in here. That is going to be the Drake secured by Chovy somehow, as Delight gets the angle. Chovy going to have to flash over. The Steadfast presence is so good from this Poppy, and Zeka is going to be able to get himself the 2nd kill for Hanwha Life Esports. Lahen's might just need to sacrifice himself, does invest the flash.
The Shuriken, so that he could set up the play, and then instead the Shuriken just hit him.
Well, Mega Inferno Bomb has come down. The arrow is going to go wide as now Lahen's trying to get them out of there, but that is going to be a kill confirmed. Nicely done on the 1-for-1. Kill going to Lahen's isn't the greatest, but now Chovy coming on in here. Exhaust just to make sure that Delight's not going to have an avenue of escape, and the Pulverize to keep him in position. It's going to be another one, and Chovy on the board now for Gen.G. Dangerous for Hanwha Life Esports as Keen just continuing to try and play the game.
Walk, walk.
Yeah, it's getting tough here as Canyon moving on in here. Quadruped comes down, gonna put the little Pikachu to sleep. Watch out, Eep, indeed. Canyon gonna be able to lock down that kill as well, and Gen.G all of a sudden back in it.
The big thing here for me is that they're not actually, Gen.G isn't actually able to trade cross map really. Space ends up going down. Really nicely done by Zeka to move up there so that he gets knocked into the wall as opposed to move back, because otherwise that final auto might not have come through. Could have been the difference maker. And then here, the fact that he actually makes it out is kind of remarkable.
Yeah, I think they just kind of thought that they definitely had it.
Yeah, that's how we felt. So I think that is very understandable. That is now a 2k gold lead. Mid lane turret I imagine on the cards here, because yes, there is a Ziggs with great wave clear, but there is also a Herald, and Peanut, he's drifting.
He's going to be able to make his way in there. And there it is. This outer turret, not long for the world. So that is going to be Viper helping pick that one up. HLE doesn't survive for very long, but that doesn't matter. She did her job. Yeah, that part we just don't even, we try not to talk about. We celebrate the fact that we have a lower bracket now, so there's theoretically another final. As, all right, King going a little bit aggressive here, as Chovy going to jump in on top, and that was a flash that you could do. Not the greatest of ones, as Canyon's going to be over there anyway, so I guess the consolation for Doran is the fact that if he had have made that flash actually work, he would have still been really dead.
6-item Ziggs with... It's not going to matter. I don't think it makes a big difference.
It's just going to be a very rough time, as Lehens is taking a lot of damage. Chovy looking for a bit of an angle here, as that's 50 gold going over to Pays. Canyon is in the bottom lane. We'll be able to at least pull that wave out. As
yeah, we're letting this one go.
Yeah, it looks like this is not going to be the one that they're looking for. Still.
No, I think they're just threatening so that Hanwha Life don't send someone over too soon. And there we go. TP comes in. Yep, Chovy gets some damage down, but not going to take the turret. Nice TP there from Doran.
Longer. Still only 2,000 gold. I mean, this gold lead, it's so hard to extend leads against Gen.G.
No, I
swear. Like, it's the most impossible task.
Using the Ignite and the Arrow, which both, or the Arrow at least will be up. But Canyon not having Flash available, I think, is actually a really big deal.
All right, well, there is Lehens making his way in. Good satchel there as well onto Viper. Mega Inferno Bomb to take him down. And now we're slicing forward. Keen looking for Peanut, doesn't get him, but they get so many flashes.
Actually, this time I think they really can't do it.
All right, well, maybe they just killed Delight instead, as the satchel was gorgeous. Still Delight making his move out, the flash forward, and Chovy says you are not getting away this time. Minefields that can be put down, things like this. Is now Chovy going to try and transfer this into a push in mid, as Viper once again caught out of position. Mega Inferno Bomb going to take him down. And Gen.G will have them corralled. Doran in trouble, it's Yordle v Yordle. And Doran will be taken out of this one. That is Chovy finding another reset, hops back over the wall. Keen might just be dead, but they still have to try and flash away. Canyon walks forward, spins around a little bit. It was a cute pirouette, but now it's time for a cute Baron for Gen.G.
When you're Ashe as well.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel fantastic. So that is going to be Gen.G locking down Soul Point.
Sending people over for the inner, but that's still more gold going in. And now, it took Gen.G a lot longer, but the gold lead has been reclaimed.
CS numbers still very, very even in the jungle. As, speaking of the jungle, Peanut could be in trouble here. Mega Inferno Bomb, and that is Peanut staying alive! Never mind. It's all too easy, as Doran is gonna get jumped on. Oh god, that's a jump scare. It scared even me. That's a solo kill for Chovy. And sometimes you're just not allowed to be walking there. That's so unfair. It's going to be the Baron now started up. Let's see whether Hanwha Life esports can actually find an angle here. There's a teleport up for Doran. That is a big deal because he might be able to affect this player's Keen. Already out of here. He's already teleported in as well. And he buffers the Keeper's verdict. Are you kidding me? The Baron is going to be secured here by Gen.G, but now...
OTP.
This could be the TP angle as Keen. Mega Inferno Bomb, he's going to take him down in the turn. It was just not good enough. They take out Pays, but Chovy's like, oh, you want more, good sir? Yes. Don't mind if I do, as unfortunately Zeka a little bit too late to this one.
The get-go.
Oh god!
Buffers.
He rebounded himself off Baron's forehead so that he could stay there. That's what it looked like to me.
That's reverse bungee jumping, Atlas.
Oh.
And then, oh my god, the fact that...
But Hanwha Life esports do that walk strategy, and that is going to get them out of the way. This
Look at that!
is disgusting.
That's not fair!
What is going on? The lilting lullaby comes on down there as well, as they're looking for Peanut, and they'll find him. Not able to buffer it is Chovy, so he's going to be traded. But look at the Hextech Soul, man. It doesn't matter if they lose multiple members. They still just can't stick around.
Another orb!
Yeah, another orb. Zeka's going to have to go home. He's going to write an angry email about the spheres. All right, Mega Inferno Bomb, that's a circle. That's not an orb. It's still very scary, though, as Viper is going to get exhausted. That's not going to keep Lehens... Oh, never mind. It is going to keep Lehens alive. because of course it does. Viper is going to show mercy to his former teammate.
They have to be answered, and Gen.G can play it slow and steady. They're taking down the turrets is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Six
just done a pretty good demolishing
turrets.
turrets.
Atlas.
Be able to team fight if the cannon can actually get there. Teleports at the ready. As Gen.G, they're going to start the fight. No Pulverize going to be found here as Lahen's already going down low. The Redemption does a lot of work, and into the backline goes Doran. No exhaust to come in really at the beginning of that one, but still just no damage. And Chovy going to stand his ground. Look at the health bars. They are still up. They're alive, but it just feels like for not that much longer. The most dangerous cupcakes.
You can see the chip them. Oh, what? What?
Made him go boom. As all right, headbutt Pulv is going to connect there onto Doran. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. Doran might want to, oh God! Thankfully, he's so short. He works, but that's still fine. It's what it looked like to me.
Oh, and wait, yeah, you got it. You have to, well, it's not going to work, but you have to try.
Yeah, sometimes you got to go for the cheeky Eld angle. This is the cheeky win the game. That's the strategy that they're looking for. Another teleport to come in. Another teleport to come in as Canyon, watch out, Eep! And second turns up, almost dead. He does have to cleanse, but he can't cleanse death as the Nexus turrets are going to be going down once again. Gen.G looking like another 2-0 in the books here, and it's looking like they're going to successfully break their own record when it comes to game score as well. 32 at the end of this season.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.